Welcome back, subscribers, and hello YouTube viewers. Dobro dan and dobro došli. On this occasion we're at well, it's not technically an abandoned castle, it's just a castle that's no longer in play. It is in ruins, it has been preserved, it does have a heritage overlay, and it's nestled quite nicely in this forest backdrop. The town is called, or the castle is called Possert. That's P-O-S-S-E-R-T. We'll have a look around. It shouldn't be too long a video, but it looks like it's a mid-14th century castle. So here's a plaque noting the information about this abandoned castle, or castle that's no longer in the play. You can probably get an image of it above, but the sun is really pretty powerful this morning. It's very, very warm, and it's sort of just after about 9:30 in the morning. So once again, I'll scroll down to where the writing is. Whether or not you're going to be able to read it, I'm not sure. It's on a metal plate. It has started to rust, but you can sort of see where it is. And here we go, the English version. Once again, if you're lucky, by all means, and can read it, press pause and read it at your own leisure. Now, I might have mentioned this before, there are a lot of adventure motorbikes and even the quads that go roaming in the area, and they do come out this way as part of their adventure. And there's a lot to be seen. The roads are terrific for adventure motorcycling. Also, this region is known for bushwalking, hiking, and all that sort of stuff. So if you're into that, I can reassure you that Istria really is probably the best place to come if you're into nature and all those activities, including mountain biking. I've seen so many people on mountain bikes, it's not funny. And also the road bikes, of all things. With their, I'm not sure, the latex or lycra gear that they wear, pedalling around. And it's normally on a weekend where you see just a hell of a lot of people doing their thing. So anyway, this is the castle. Just fantastic. Very, very tall. I would say that would nearly be at least a 5 or a 6 story building in comparison to modern day buildings. It does appear to have maybe a moat that did go around it at some stage, and we'll make our way around to see what we see. There, here's just a side-on view of the actual tower portion of the castle. You can see where the window slots are, and it very much is built to be some sort of fortress as well. Where I'm walking now, I believe it might have been some sort of moat, but I'm not 100% sure. It just appears that way. I could be totally wrong. And just over the hundreds of years that have passed, things have eroded naturally to give it that impression. So we'll just come through here. You can see where they really haven't done anything to structurally add to the castle, but rather just make it safe and sound and to prevent any further deterioration. Now, I'm assuming there's going to be a spectacular view once we come around and overlook a valley, and sure enough there is. Now the sun is very bright. There's not much I can do about that, but we'll do our best to point the camera away. Very, very peaceful. A lot of wildlife, bird life I should say. It is just fantastic. Look at that. Just great. So we'll go up the stairs and have a bit of a look. And you can see they've made it available for people to go up and down off. It's great. keep going up. Once again, if you want to come out to these locations, especially on the weekend, you really do want to try to get in relatively early because it can be quite busy. Okay. And here we are at the top of the tower. Very good. Now there's a village just in the distance over there. I believe that to be a vineyard actually. Oh, that's a spectacular view. Absolutely. And one more, or two more. So once again, there is a metal plate indicating where all the towns are in the immediate area. And we are right here, just in that little area. Once again, press pause if you want to have a closer look. So I am really impressed with the way they've presented this castle and made it very user-friendly wherever they can. So you've got stairwells that take you right up to the very top, take you all the way down as well. But I've also got it in locations so you can actually see out the windows. So that's just that's a level down from the top looking at the windows there. Another one just through here. Gives you an idea of the size of the castle. And we'll make our way down. We'll just check out what's here. This looks like another level. We'll just go down to this opening and see what this is all about. Okay, now I could be wrong, but I could be right. When you've got these sort of sections away from the wall that I've noticed in some of the other buildings, as in fortresses or castles, normally that hole there is your toilet. And I've noticed there's two on this tower. So I'm just going to guess and say, there's your toilet. You normally drop your pants, back up into that spot and let whatever's happening happen. I could be wrong, but just from experience with the other places, they actually had a little plaque that said this was a toilet of of the era and how they were designed. So if you're a soldier or lived in these castles or whatever, that's where you'd go. Now once again, just spectacular the way it's maintained. Someone's obviously just recently cut all the grass. I'll just zoom in over there. There is a park bench and table to sit at. So if you've got your lunch and if you're trekking this way on foot or on motorcycle, bring your own lunch. And it's a very easy drive. You don't need a special car to get to this location, and you can drive right up to the castle itself, so there's no real walking involved. So you can enjoy the building without driving or hiking to this location. Very good. Terrific. So there is a little hole down the bottom there. We'll check that out, see what that's all about. So we will go through this little opening. You'll have to crouch down if you are making your way here. And this will be, well, I guess, like the basement. As we scooch in. And, oh yeah, this is terrific. So if I put the camera up, you'll see where all the stairs are. So we're like right on the ground floor, basement, whatever it's called. And there you have it. Just terrific. Well worth the effort. Now it's only about, 40 minutes from Opatija or Ičići, where I'm staying. So it's not a big drive. It's an easy drive, and there's a lot of things to be seen on the way. Just to get here, one of the first villages before you just reach here is very historic, and they've got some buildings there that are cordoned off, and it looks like they're going to be renovated as well. It does appear to be some sort of castle as well, or some sort of fortress or monastery, but I'm not sure. So there you go. These are the foundations for some other structure that's part of this castle. Now I can tell you that even though it was built in the 14th century, a lot of extensions were also done in the 15th century. So at least it lasted well over 1,000 years, and that is quite a spectacular view. So we'll just have a look around. Once again, it's a heavily forested area, so I can only imagine back in the day they would have had a lot of game out this way for hunters to seek some sort of wild animals that are out here. A lot of deers, pheasants to be had, and that's the building itself. That was good. A father and son on a quad motorbike doing a little bit of an explore together, which is just great when you see things like that. Very good. Okay. Okay, so here is where I jump in with a little bit more researched information as opposed to me just surmising what we're looking at together. So Possert is also known as Saint Martin, and it is a medieval ruined fortress located near the towns of Berlay and Paz, and in the municipality of Selovje in Istria, Croatia. I pronounced that all right. Now, the fortress is a significant historical location that has undergone extensive archaeological research and conservation and restoration work, which we have discovered. The first written mention dates back to 1068, when Emperor Henry IV granted the estate. However, archaeological findings suggest that the fortress in its current form was probably built in the mid-14th century. It was owned by the Guteneck family and then the Moses and Barbo families. The complex consists of a defence tower with an irregular rectangular ground plan and a particularly preserved palace, or the residential building, attached to the tower. It is characterised by high defensive walls, and it did have a moat. The fort was abandoned for approximately 4 centuries before the Croatian Conservation Institute launched a rehabilitation and restoration project in 2007, which was completed in 2016. Today, the ruins have been structurally repaired, secured and open to the public as an attractive viewpoint with interpretation panels. So that's about it with the history of this particular location, so please enjoy the remaining aerial views. So here we are at the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I like coming out here. I hope the drone footage was quite spectacular, because it is here when you're standing here. If you did like the video, by all means click on the like button or that thumbs up icon. Please consider subscribing. Subscribing doesn't cost you 1 cent, and it really does help the channel immensely. But most importantly, stay safe, commute safe, and have a great day. And thank you for your time for watching.